All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us again on interview or evening with. When was the last time we did one of these, guys?
It's been a minute.
Well, I think Warren was the last one we did.
So before
about 2-3 months, about 4 or 5 months ago, something like that.
It was before football season, so. But no, thank you guys for joining us. Today we have two guests. These men are part of the These Ninjaz Podcast. We got Loso and Joey PC. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining us.
You're big years.
So go ahead and introduce yourselves. Let people know what you guys do, what you're about.
Well, I'm Loso, and this is my cousin. You know what I'm saying, Joey PC. And we like 2 out of 5 members, you know what I'm saying, that could make it tonight. And, you know, we talk about pretty much anything and everything on our pod.
Yeah, current events, sports, hip hop, anything you could think of, we just talk about it.
So, real quick, speaking of hip hop, I gotta ask this question.
Oh, Lord.
Joey, how can you call yourself a fan of hip hop and not like J. Cole?
Really? The first question is gonna come on.
Bro, he hit him with that hard one coming out the gate shooting.
It's like I said, and I've always said it. You can go back even in our pod, These Ninjaz Podcast. Go check it out on Facebook. But yeah, if you go check, I've always said, look, I respect him as a lyricist. I just don't like his music, his whole vibe, his whole aura, everything about him. I just don't like. He's from North Carolina. He coming up to New York. He's trying to be New York. Like, yo, just chill. Just do your own thing. That's it. Just do your thing. You know, and a lot of his, like, corny and cheesy lines, like, carry 4 or 5, like, change for a 20. Like, what? No.
How's that corny?
That's corny.
How many times do you have to
That's corny. 4 or 5 like change for a 20. He don't carry nothing because he swears he's not a gangster. So what are you carrying if anyway?
Carrying change for a 20.
Yeah.
All right.
Like change for a 20. So that means he's the opposite, which he claims that he's not, but yeah. So
even your boy Benny the Butcher don't put that man on.
Look, yo, when I saw that, I was like, what? No! But I want to go listen to it because I support Betty, I mean, but yeah.
Probably ruined your whole motherfucking weekend, didn't it?
It is what it is. You know what? And then Conway had a feature with T.I., which I don't even like T.I., so I'm like, oh, that's another one.
They've been listening to us.
Look at his face.
They've been listening to us. That's right.
All right, thank y'all for joining us on Movement Radio tonight. Bruh.
Oh, man.
And Loso, the first question for you is, who's your favorite NFL football team?
The Jets, baby. You know what's up right here all day. The Jets.
Yes.
Man, hey, I stay true to who I am. I love the Knicks. I love the Jets. Man, stop playing with me.
Hey,
hometown.
Talon, you want to tell Loso who your favorite team is?
Fuck the Jets. I'm a Dolphins fan, Brent.
Man, fuck them Dolphins.
So you from Florida?
No.
Nope. From Florida?
Nope.
Yo, your parents, somebody in your family from Florida?
My brother-in-law's from Florida. That's about it.
Oh, brother-in-law. When growing up as a child, was that in your family to watch?
When I
was a
Marino fan. That's how I became a
Dolphins fan.
And then
that's what kept you into it.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what kept
I
me
respect that. I respect that
because he definitely supports.
Hey, but guess what?
Well,
guess what though? Let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me tell you something. Well, it's fuck us. You see that? We got a ring. Where yours at?
Our ring. I mean,
they have 2 rings.
Yeah, our ring. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know,
Joey
PC, we Jets fan.
2 rings.
Marino ain't got no ring.
Not Marino.
Not Marino.
I'm talking about Marino.
Oh, you talking about Broadway Joe versus Marino.
Was you alive during Broadway? Was you alive during Broadway?
Sanchez butt fumbling shit. Anyway, he don't talk about that.
You ain't got no ring. You ain't got no ring. You go Sanchez boy.
Man, I don't even want to talk about that.
No, it's all love, man. It's all love.
Fucking butt fumble. We have tanked even worse. I'm like, bro. I don't even want
It
to talk
hurts,
about it.
but you know, it's the
I don't even
hometown
want
team.
to talk
Man.
about that bullshit. But listen, I will tell y'all this though. Y'all gotta give us credit because when them damn Cowboys went on the run, who stopped them?
Yeah.
Okay then. There's
You
a
wanna-
bunch of
you-
teams
you
we
wanna say
wait,
next-
listen,
you wanna go next year?
I
You
take
wanna say
winning
it?
games as victory seasons for me. You hear me? That's how bad we are.
Right.
There's certain
Yeah, but that was our
games.
only win that season. That's not good.
Nah,
Wasn't
nah,
that
we
the only
stopped
win that
one of
season?
the best teams. I take that. We did the damn we did the Titans the same way. Fuck out of here. I'm taking them. Hey, that's how bad we are. I'm
Wow.
taking what we can get.
So since you a Jets fan, you pulling for Gary V to buy the team or no?
Something needs to happen. At
You
this
know he
point,
wants to buy the team, right?
I mean, if he thinks he can do something better than the management we got now, I'm all for it. Why not?
Anybody can do better than that management right now.
Yeah, I
Because
hate the owners.
that management, that front office is like, and this is what pissed me off. We traded Sam Darnold, go play him, and he slapped shit at us.
Yeah, Broadway Sam.
I'm like, damn, we can't win for losing.
Y'all
We
ain't got
can't
no
win for
offense.
losing.
Y'all didn't have any offensive line though. That was y'all's
the
biggest
problem.
issue.
We have nothing.
But they
With that
never.
trash.
When's the last time they had an offensive line?
This is how bad the luck of the
Mark
Jets
Sanchez.
is. Besides that, we throw a season and still don't even get the number one draft.
Nope.
We still got shit.
Because you won 2 games at the end.
That was it.
No, but see, the whole thing with the Dolphins, that whole situation where they fucking fired Brian Flores, which still pisses me off. He shouldn't have been fired, in my opinion. And then the report came out that Stephen Ross wanted Brian Flores to throw games. And I'm thinking to myself, like, man, if a lot of these allegations come out that maybe other teams have done that shit too, the NFL gonna fuck around and end up getting like the NBA with the draft lottery.
They need to do a draft lottery. That way the
Well,
people
you
quit fucking tanking.
damn, what's his name? Old buddy from the Falcons got hit too.
Yep.
Calvin
earlier.
Ridley.
Calvin Ridley,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's not even
really just got
playing.
hit.
He's not even playing, so fuck them. You want to suspend the guy who's not playing.
Shit, he got hit with them gambling charges, so whether he's playing or not, he's facing some federal charges.
No, it's not federal charges. He wasn't playing.
I think they said that he's looking at federal.
He can't because he didn't play the games. He's not fixing games.
That was my whole thing. He didn't play most of the season. It's not like it was a Pete Rose situation where he was gambling on games he played in.
Yeah, that he was actually in.
Yeah,
Calvin Ridley.
He wasn't even in.
Yeah, he only played what 4 games this season.
4 games, and then he
I don't know. I don't watch weak ass Falcons.
Well, he cited mental
You
illness.
got to be
as,
knowledgeable about it. You gonna talk about it.
He's a Jets fan. He ain't knowledgeable about football.
Hey, I'm a Jets fan too, man. You gotta, you know.
Whatever. Just because I want to talk about the weak ass Falcons and Matty Ice and them. Fuck them. Shit.
Hey, they are bad.
Don't get me started. I'll get you riled up, bro. I'll get you riled up. You want me to get you riled up?
Who, me?
Me?
You want to talk about your quarterback?
Which
one?
Talk about your quarterback.
Who?
Joey knows. I'm talking to Joey. He knows what's up.
What? Wait, what quarterback? Who?
His number one quarterback.
Who?
Yeah, Brady, bro. You know about Brady?
Brady.
Even he's not surprised. So.
What? Okay, that's his favorite quarterback.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, you claiming them?
I mean, he won more games.
Your bad.
He won more games in the Meadowlands than the Jets have.
Man, I say about facts. What can I do about it?
Yeah,
hey,
I mean, with facts. What you want me to
do? Yeah, look, I got no dog in this race. I'm a Texas fan.
I mean, we all root for boo-boo teams right now.
But we've been forever.
We stay on the boo-boo track.
Yep.
Yeah,
68, 69.
But here's the thing. Like, I got to give you credit because that's still your team. You didn't see another team that was winning and be like, oh, that's my new team. You didn't switch like half the Patriots fans when Brady went to Tampa. You didn't be like, oh, man, I'm a Tampa fan. You know,
right? Don't get confused. He used to be a Cowboys fan.
But hold on. The whole Brady thing, that you knew that was coming. That's like LeBron. He's got a cult following. So I can't really say too much about everybody going over to the Tampa side because it's like this guy, like Joey. Wherever LeBron goes, that's where he's going.
It's not even like that. It's like this. Look, no, because first of all, I want to go back to the other thing. Then I'm going to address that because as a Jets fan, me growing up, it was like as a little kid, the reason why I always saw it as my team. You know what I mean? Like my family, that was just the team they went for, so I always went with them. So that was something different. But like for football, I'm a fan, but I'm not a big fan. So I just root for my team. When it comes to basketball, I love basketball itself. I always want to see my home team win, whether it be the Knicks or Brooklyn, but I prefer the Knicks to win because, they've been out longer.
Brooklyn.
Fans have been.
Hey,
it's New York.
I'm
just being honest about it. It got nothing to do with that. No, but I'd rather see the Knicks win. I'm just saying that, like, if Brooklyn was to do something, I don't have a problem with it because it's still in New York. But because that's how I am with basketball. And yeah, I like LeBron James. I'm a big fan of his. But at the end of the day, I'm a big fan of a lot of these players, So I like a lot of players in basketball, like how they play and stuff like that. It's, to me, as opposed to people who just look at like the top 20 players and they just follow them just because they're the hottest players out right now. That's just me.
All right, you said
I know everybody's like.
All right, you said you was a Bron fan, so I need to go ahead and ask you this question.
Oh man, here it comes. I already know.
One game for your life, 1-on-1. You going LeBron or you going with Jordan?
Oh, man. Really? This is not even hard at all. I've stated this in the past. Greatest player of all time is Michael Jordan. Of course you go Michael Jordan. He's just right now, LeBron James is my favorite player that's playing right now. But, yeah, I always said Michael Jordan.
I didn't know how far the dedication went. That's why I was asking.
It's
because,
not
the reason why I say that is because you do have them people on these sports shows who will, we all know who I'm talking about, who will be just unapologetically for LeBron James. This man can do no wrong. And then on the other side of the table, the other guy who's the biggest Michael Jordan fan on the planet, and it's like every day for.
I like how you won't say the dude's name when he has you blocked on social media.
To me, it's two different. To me, it's two different. It all depends on what you're asking out of it. You're asking me on the 1-on-1 or for my life or that situation, right? But to me, I feel like LeBron James is the greatest complete player in the NBA to ever play. That's in my opinion. Better than Jordan because he's more all around than Jordan was. But back then when Jordan played, it was needed for him to do his role. And they play different parts. So that's. But 1-on-1, man, 1-on-1, Kobe and LeBron, I'm going with Kobe. Kobe has more heart. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. It all depends on the question and what you're asking. But as a player, as a top 10 players of all time, I can't put Kobe in it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I just triggered Chip just so bad right now.
It's just I'm just looking at it the way it depends on how it is. Because to me, it's looking like this.
Go ahead, put your
hold on.
I'm not even gonna give you my top 10, but he's a copy.
Hold on.
He's a copy of Jordan.
Kobe is a carbon copy of Jordan.
Copy of Jordan. So as a Jordan fan, no, you can't take my man's game and then come to the NBA and then claim to be in the top 10 with not even having your own game. I respect LeBron for whatever it is. He has his own game. He flops. He does what he got to do, but that's his game. Kobe took some, and you can look at the video.
Oh, yeah.
Kobe would tell you. Jordan even said I gave him tips on how to play. I mean, little brother. He cried when Kobe died. I give him that, but that's my opinion.
No. I respect your opinion 100%. But how you not going to put Kobe in the top 10 when you said 1-on-1 you take him over LeBron, but you got LeBron in the top 10? That logic makes no sense, bro.
And that's what I said. To some people, it don't, but to me, it just makes logical sense. Because again, it's just like, okay, so if you were to talk about the greatest, like, let's say, example, purses, right? Women talk about, and you're going to bring the top 10 or top 20, whatever it is that you bring in. Are you going to bring a knockoff from Channel Street in New York City, Chinatown or whatever to this talk? No, that's what Kobe is. He's a copy of something, a good copy. Very great, but he's just a copy. He's not going to be in the list. That's just my opinion on that.
So
I don't know what Carlos Loso got.
I still want your top 10.
Yeah, what would be your list then? Who's your top 10?
That's hard. I can't off the top in certain order. It's just
no, not certain order.
They don't even got to be in a certain order.
Yeah. Okay. How about
I put him top 15?
Forget about top 10.
Kobe's easily top 5, top 10, depending who you're talking to.
All right, give me your all-time starting 5. Who's your all-time starting 5?
Me or him?
Either.
But anybody who wants to answer the question.
Go ahead, Loso. You go ahead.
My starting 5, I'm gonna have to go with Penny. I'm gonna have to take D Wade. I'm gonna have to take Shaq. I'm gonna take Larry Bird, and I'm gonna take Kobe.
You're not putting Jordan in your top 5, your starting 5?
You don't like Jordan. Don't get him started on that.
Okay.
I'm not a Jordan fan.
I mean, you ain't gotta be a fan of him. Put the man in your starting 5.
I respect Jordan. Listen, I respect Jordan, but I'm just not a Jordan fan.
Can we say that it's so we the three of us, Roger Talon and I, have had this debate numerous times, and the term GOAT, greatest of all time. Do you guys feel that that's an inaccurate term?
Man, I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody else, whether it's music, sports, I don't see no GOAT. There is no greatest of all time. There's greatest of
an era.
Yeah,
moments,
I believe in the eras
and moments.
Yeah. We have our own term. We say Bird,
but of all time, you can't go all time because I mean somebody's going to end up breaking that record eventually.
Right.
So then records are meant to be broken.
Yeah. So what do you get the GOAT status for every time you break a record?
See, I respect that. We talk about that all the time because it's like, if you look at it, since we're talking basketball, like we would say that Jordan was the greatest of his era. Kobe was probably the greatest of his era. LeBron is definitely the greatest of his era.
Mm-hmm.
I
agree with that. I can agree with that.
And then if we're going like football, like Brady, obviously the greatest of his era. Before that, would you say Montana of his era?
I would say Montana.
But those, I can't think of who would be in between those two. I think it really went from Montana to Brady because you had
because you had Bledsoe. Bledsoe had a little run.
Aikman won 3 championships. Yeah, Aikman won 3.
Aikman
might be that little middle.
Yeah, he was
young,
but he was there with Montana too.
Yeah,
but he was a little after.
He was right after, pretty much.
Yeah, he was right after him. Yeah,
he was on the tail end of Montana. I think.
Yeah. What about Drew Brees?
Drew Brees is so underrated.
Drew Brees is underrated, and I think what holds him back is the championship accolades. Like he has the passing numbers, he has the yardage. But I think
MVP in 2011, but
he should have been MVP a couple times.
Could have, but that's like it's the same argument with Aaron Rodgers. Like some people would say he's the quote unquote GOAT, but
I like Aaron, but I don't think he's a GOAT. But
he's only won 1 championship. I mean, if you look at it that way, Nick Foles has more Super Bowl titles.
I think Brett Favre is better than
starting.
I think Brett Favre is better than Aaron Rodgers to keep it up.
I can't say that.
I can.
That man threw too many interceptions.
He had both records.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was the original Jameis Winston.
He was the original Jameis. He was a gunslinger though.
Yeah, but I'm gonna leave Favre alone, man. Him and the Wranglers.
You just offended him because he was a quarterback until he did that nastiness.
He did a little quarterback at the Jets for a little minute. You know what I'm saying?
He was Deshaun Watson before Deshaun Watson.
I respected Favre when he played for Green Bay, and I kind of hated the way Green Bay treated him when he left too. It kind of upset me the way they shitted on him.
I mean, that's football though. For you though, they don't give a shit about you once you done.
Next man up, man. That's the way all the NFL teams are.
Especially football, man. Next man up.
Yeah, but man, when you're there for years and years, and you're almost retiring, man, you got to give at least some people the respect.
But that's what
NFL like that.
But that's what NFL stands for. No fucking loyalty. That's what the NFL means.
Yeah,
there's zero loyalty. We loyal to the team, even as fans.
Right.
You know what I
But the
mean? Like
franchises,
what
they don't
I do
care.
in the NBA, you can't. Nobody does in the NFL. Even I don't.
Right.
I mean, I would say some people do. I would
You
say
feel?
like I okay, so I'm a Texans fan, and I feel
Okay.
like a lot of the fan base became Cardinals fans when JJ Watt and D Hop went over there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I really do. Just like with there's still a ton of Patriots fans, but I feel like a lot of people started like saying they weren't Patriots fans to be Tampa Bay fans because of Brady.
Do you think it's an age thing?
I do think it's an age thing.
Like the younger fans are more doing it as opposed to the older fans who are just used to sticking it out.
Yep.
Because the younger fans are more into the players than they are the team. You know,
Well,
which
Flashiness.
not only that,
Go
but
ahead, Raj,
back in our day growing up in sports, didn't nobody do this shit. No, nobody like demand trades or would sit out and not play or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I like how this proves that I had a theory with the NBA that a lot of the older NBA heads, like the ones who like Jordan, was because you couldn't have free agency. There was no such thing. So you had to stick to the team that you had.
I mean, there was, but it
So
wasn't
I
as
just feel
strong.
like the
There
NBA
was,
was more advanced than the NFL. And it kind of does. I mean, to me, that just kind of proves
No,
it.
I can see that theory.
Yeah, well, the player
100%.
empowerment thing had a lot to do with it, and the fact that if a player feels like he's not going to win or he's in a bad team or a bad situation, hey, I demand a trade. Well, okay, well, what do we do? Okay, well, send me over here. Like the, I'll just go ahead and throw it out there. The AD trade to send him to LA for Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, and who else? Josh Hart, I think is what it was. You know, it's like, oh, well, they're going to get Anthony Davis. Okay, cool. Look, they got Anthony Davis. But if it's all about player empowerment, what was stopping all those three players from saying, no, I don't want to leave LA. I'm going to stay right here. Does that player not have the option to stay if we're empowering the players? Does this guy not have the power to say, hey, I want to stay? No. Oh,
No.
you see, and that was the thing that somebody else was like, oh man, yeah, we got Anthony Davis. Yeah, we're good now. Okay. Well,
Where the rings? They got one only.
They got one.
They got the bubble.
one.
They got the bubble.
Yeah,
And
they got
the
the bubble
bubble.
ring.
They got who was it just said something about that, said that Mickey Mouse bubble ring don't count. It was a player.
I don't think it don't count.
It doesn't count.
I think it was a little easier. That's all.
I can't say it doesn't count because if we say that, then we can't count the Spurs
that's
lockout
proof.
season.
Listen, that's just further proves LeBron's crybaby statement about no crowd. He wants a quiet gym so he can actually play ball.
Well, he won championship.
I mean,
he won his last
I
championship
hear
in
you,
Cleveland
Kanye.
that way.
I hear you.
Nah,
Right.
what you mean? The facts is there.
His last
Put two
championship
and two
in
together.
Cleveland was he
That's
won
the
in
only
Golden
ring he
State.
won
No,
in LA because he can't take the LA Heat.
In LA.
He can't take them boys talking
No.
smack to his ass. He weak, man.
He
That's
messed
weak as hell.
up. He got impatient and got rid of all that young talent. If he just would have let it blossom, it would have been a better chance, in my opinion. Because look at them now.
I mean Kyle Kuzma
But
was the only
who
one
knows?
doing something. Though.
You know what? I hope he does his son like that.
What,
But
trade
who's
his son
to say
away?
his son's gonna get
Trade
Trade
drafted
his
though?
ass in the middle of the fucking season because Brownie Jr. ain't doing shit. Trade his ass off.
But who's to say Bronny gonna be a high
Go
draft
across
pick
the
though?
board. And then what you say, Joe?
He's not going to be, but LeBron will probably get the trade for him.
Listen,
If he gets
LeBron is going to
drafted.
follow his son to the Shanghai Sharks. That's exactly
Yes,
what's going to
exactly.
happen.
Said the Shanghai Sharks.
That boy go to
Right.
China.
Yeah.
Hey, he go to China.
Play with
But you know what?
play
You know
with
what's in
Auburn.
China? You know what's
Yeah,
in China? Kobe
Yeah, yeah.
statue. So you gonna have to live on the Kobe's legacy.
You got that Stephon
Yeah, they
Marbury
love
going
Kobe
on
out
over there.
Mm. Hey, there you go, Marbury. Yeah, ain't heard that name.
Put
in a
some
hot minute.
Vaseline on your gums all day.
Got him.
Got him.
Oh, that's funny.
Bruh.
We having too much fun.
That's how it's supposed to be. Just bullshitting.
Hell yeah.
But
What's your bet? Go ahead.
I was gonna say I want to go back to the hip hop and not disrespect you on that J. Cole hate because you'll do that to yourself. But
Hey, but do you have any artists that you feel like that way that you could people respect as lyricists, but
Jay-Z.
you just don't mess with their music?
Jay-Z.
There you go. But
Logic.
there you go, though. We all
Logic.
have those people. I think you're crazy even to say Jay-Z. Wow,
Jay-Z.
I'm sorry, I'm just processing.
Jay-Z.
Bruh.
He got
hates
99.
Jay-Z.
He got 99 problems, and rapping is one of them.
He got 20 albums, only 10 of them are good.
He got 10. He got 20 albums with 10 good songs, maybe.
Bruh, he goes in.
He sure worse than me.
Hey, he got more than J. Cole. I give J. Cole 0. So
You shooting your man's worse.
Got me up all night. Come on, go to bed, man.
I mean,
I at least got certain albums that I like Jay on. I mean, I ain't gonna lie.
One of our rappers can go platinum without features. One of us can't.
Damn. I don't know. Jay did go platinum.
Who's his mentor though? Who's your man's mentor? Exactly. Keep it quiet.
Definitely not Jay-Z if he knows how not to do features.
It is. It
is definitely
not J. Cole. That's his mentor. Talk to him.
Nah.
It really is.
Ask about
it.
It
really is.
Nah. It is mentor.
Go look it up.
Hey, y'all finna make
right there.
Y'all finna make my boy have a brain aneurysm over here.
True.
It is
his
the
mentor,
truth.
Why think he went in New York? Go check him out.
Jay-Z is J. Cole's mentor.
No, he did work for that man, but his best stuff is after he left.
Eminem.
After he left.
I think I'm just going to stay over here and listen.
He's still in that circle, though.
No, he's not.
He's still under Jay-Z's thumb.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Go look it up.
No, he's not.
Man,
yeah.
Man, what?
I'm just going.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna stay over here and just listen to Immortal Technique and fucking Tech 9. Y'all go ahead and fight over J. Cole and Jay-Z.
Oh, this man woke up and chose violence.
There you go.
He said Immortal Technique and Tech 9. Hey, no funny business. You know that Tech 9 actually was like one of the things they said top 10 most paid hip hop artists of last year.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like 25 mil that he made.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he also dropped like 6 albums last year too.
That's crazy.
He drops music like
I know he's been dropping albums through the years, but damn, 6 albums last year alone.
He's like Gorilla Zone. I think badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, except a lot of his shit gets heard.
Boozy just drops like 47 mixtapes a year.
Remember
Boozy out there just taking mushrooms. he hasn't trying to be like me. Can't handle this shit.
Right, man. What got y'all into hip hop? That's I'm always interested when people say that they're no.
All right, so you want my version, which is a little bit longer, or you want Joey PC, the short and sweet version?
Go ahead. That's your version. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, when I was a kid in New York, our older brother, he listened to a lot of music, from rock and roll to Spanish music to rap music. He's just always been real music fluently. And I remember he one day came to the house and had it was the Snoop Dogg album. It was the Doggy Style. Man, and I threw that damn thing on and listened to that shit like 3 or 4 different times, and I just got hooked after that. And then, listening to Hot 97, it just, made you fall in love with music even faster.
All right, so I got a funny story about the Doggy Style album. My when I was younger, when it first came out, my sister bought it for me, and my biological father had bought me like this boom box or whatever, and I leave for the summer to go visit family. And they give me the CD. So when I come home, I put it in. Bruh, he took that CD and threw it in the garbage like 12 times. And I kept going back for it. Yeah, he was like, you're not going to listen to any music that disrespects women by calling them bitches and hoes in my house. And what's so funny is my mom kept giving it back to me. Yes.
So,
and from that moment on, like, I've been a hip hop head, because for me, it was something I wasn't supposed to listen to. But then as I got older, I started like really listening to the lyrics and the rhymes and how they put the beat and everything together. And I was like, okay, this is my shit.
We ain't got the clap around here.
All right. So, continuing my story. So, like I said, my older brother, he had a lot of music that put me on, and it was mainly like a lot of West Coast music. and just like Warren G. He had the Chronic, he had the Doggy Style, and just like the storytelling was like a lot different than living in New York, and it was like that's what kind of like grabbed me towards the the hip hop music. It was just like the storytelling back then. Then I started listening to Onyx, started listening to Wu-Tang. Then Redman came around. Then some more like underground, like the Food Snickens. Started listening to some what's it called? Just random music, man. Just anything hip hop, really.
What about you, Joey?
See, with me, I started off like when I was young, whatever my parents were listening to. So it was a lot of Spanish music growing up. Then I would listen to music here and there with hip hop. It really never caught my attention. I'm not a big fan of like that old school hip hop. Not all of it, but just like few of them I'm okay with, but I'm not just a big fan. I think hip hop changed for me when my pops came home and he had like a Walkman, and it was new back in the day. So I was curious as to what he was listening to. So I pressed play, and I remember like it was like some skit about like knocking on the door. And then next thing you know, it was like, I heard this guy like with a raspy voice, like, somebody's knocking, should I let him in? I heard that whole album, and ever since then, I like that like late 90s hip hop, and it made me look for artists that were similar to that. So like, that's to me where I kind of like, listen to other stuff, and kind of got me to like Jay-Z, and like introduced me to other people. Cause look at Roger.
I didn't do anything. I'm just listening.
I see his face. It's okay. But that just ain't other people like that. So like I really liked a lot of that hip hop stuff that came. And then I went back and heard other people, like Wu and all that stuff that it was different. I just wasn't big on that like hippity hoppity type hip hop. I wasn't into that.
Hippity hoppity.
Yeah, and I ain't a big fan of West Coast neither. Like he had that love for it.
That man's crazy. I told him, bro, the West Coast music
wasn't
crazy.
my thing. Man.
I don't like it either.
I don't like the new West Coast, but like,
I prefer it 1,000 times better.
The new West Coast is better.
Hell yeah. You got K-Dot. Come on, man. That's way better.
Some of it I can fuck with, like King Crooked. That's new West Coast to me, with an old West Coast vibe.
Yes,
but like
Game,
like I like Kendrick. Don't get me wrong.
Game is overrated.
Oof.
Especially with those comments he just said. Like, you crazy. How did Kanye do more in 2 weeks than this whole career Dre? Like, you wildin'.
He made the beats that were better hits.
Listen, the game to me is, I gotta agree with Joey. Like, I don't run in like, the game.
Yeah, one good album and it was with 50 Cent. So
I hear it. I don't. It's like, okay.
I will respectfully disagree with you on that.
That's fine.
This man just saying stuff to say stuff. That's what it is.
I will say I have heard Game on some real lyrical shit. So
he can rap. He just can't make good music. I just don't like, except for that 50 album. That's it.
I'll give you that.
So you only fuck with his first album.
Yeah.
Documentary.
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay, I mean, is it just because 50 was on it, or
not because just 50 was on it? Because I was giving
because G Unit was on
production. I mean, I gave it a chance because of G Unit, but the beat was the same thing that G Unit was doing anyway, roughly. Except it just had more of that little California, like, what is that they put in the synthesizer or whatever? That G-Funk stuff.
G-Funk, yeah.
So that was the only difference to me.
You got to think most of the G Unit albums and that first Game album was produced by M and Dre.
Yeah. So that's the only reason I like the beat selection and all that. So, but everything else, it was just not. He get attacked by his cat.
My cat,
yo,
she be wildin' sometimes.
She knocked the power out. She knocked the power out.
Oh, hey, man, this is a trip.
No, I respect that opinion.
It's wrong, but he
I mean, I think it's wrong, but that's my opinion. Because I do fuck with Game. I think that some of his better shit came lyrically on later albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Red Album, like, to me, the Red Album is my favorite album by Game.
But I will throw this out there. Most of the production on the Red Album was done by Dre. So it does have that documentary vibe to it.
It was like it was overdone the same way, so it's like a little too much of the same. It's time to mix it up. And then when he did mix it up, it just wasn't Sunday. Like that new thing, the new song he got with Kanye, yo, that's fire. I ain't gonna no disrespect to that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not, he went in it. He went hard on that. Like
this man's green screen disappeared on him.
Yes,
I think that's the best he's ever done lyrically. Like, in my opinion, he surprised me. I give him that, man. Yeah, I give credit where it's due. You know.
Hey, fix your green screen.
Fix your green screen. Your green screen fucked up.
Oh, it done fucked up. I done hit it.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's like cardboard. What you know? You shipping out? That was shipping out.
Shipping out.
So it look like you about to ship out.
This man is a hater.
That's an act of God. He tell you that screen is boo boo.
Right. I really enjoyed Game's 1992 album.
I ain't heard it. I'm not gonna
1992.
lie. I ain't heard it.
I like it. It's a callback to like the old school West Coast music.
It had a few songs I did listen to. I will say that the only reason why it caught my attention is because it had almost a feel of the Doggy Style cover.
Yes,
and that's what caught my attention.
That's
the only reason it caught my attention, and I was like, well, let me listen to this. And like I said, I gave it a quick run through, and some of the tracks did please me, and then some I was like,
right,
typical Game, no energy, no feel, just rhyming on a beat that doesn't really belong here, but okay.
So the same guy who did the album cover for 1992 did the album cover for Doggy Style.
Oh, you did.
And
makes sense.
Snoop's second album, was it the second or the third album?
The second one?
No, it
was with No Limit.
Yeah,
we
first
could go
album
down that road. We could go down that road now. Like, you know,
we did a whole thing about them.
Yeah, we did a
No Limit.
No, I'm saying I know about the Snoop Dogg era down No Limit. You know what I'm saying? We can go down that road too.
Do you agree? Do you agree with what Suge said when he said, when Snoop was first on Death Row, he became a superstar, and when he left and went to No Limit, he faltered and became a nobody?
No, that's false.
That's because Loso's a No Limit soldier for life.
No, simply because, okay, how many albums does Snoop have on Death Row? 1.5
2.
with the compilation.
Did he have to?
Well, no. He had
Dog Food.
No. There was a second one. He had it was
Murder Was the Case
Style and no, the Dog Father.
Yeah, Dog Father
was on
that
Death
was
Row.
His second. Yeah, that was his second album, and then he had 3 albums on No Limit.
Yeah, that was a 3-album deal.
Yeah.
The Game Is to Be Sold, Not to Be Told is a classic. Stop playing with it.
Clearly a classic. And people don't give it. People don't give that enough respect.
That first intro, is nasty.
Yeah.
Snoop killed it, man.
We did an episode of Battle Topics about.
So let me ask you guys. Hold on, real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Snoop, because me and Joey had this conversation before. So
here we go.
Do you consider, since Snoop has a classic album, no doubt, with the Doggy Style album?
Yes.
Okay, you do realize that on the Chronic album he wrote the majority of that and is featured on most of it.
Yes.
So would you consider that as a classic for Snoop?
I think it's a classic for both. Because Dre still had to hit the booth and come correct with the lines.
No, I mean, clearly it's Dre's classic album. But a lot of people don't credit Snoop for it, and Snoop wrote the majority of it and is on the majority of that album.
Here's the thing: even if he didn't write the majority of it, he was featured on more than half of the songs.
Yeah, like with his name.
In prominent. It wasn't just like he was like singing a hook or whatnot. Like he had prominent verses on more than half 16. Of that album. So
he had a good 8. He had a good 8 on some.
Yeah. So yeah, you have to add Snoop to be like that's a co-classic in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just because I've asked a couple of people that, and some people say yay, and some people say no.
I think the people that say no don't know hip hop.
They're not hip hop heads.
I never had a problem with that one, so
they ain't
I don't know. I thought he was gonna say something else. I was wondering where he was going with that.
Where you thought I was gonna
go? Nowhere. I was just curious to know where you go because I was like, man, I ain't got no problem with Snoop like that. No, I just think like he kind of like fizzled out a little bit after, and then like what's his name? Pharrell came and like lifted him back up and put him in the level back up where he was.
I do think that Snoop had some lull after he left No Limit. There was a lull there.
Yeah, that after No Limit. I don't mean in Low. Yeah, because Carlos Loso over there looking at me like, what? He did his work in No Limit. No,
he did.
He just had that. It was nothing. But then Pharrell came and boosting him back up. I feel.
I mean, have y'all heard his new album? Back on Death Row.
Nah, I haven't heard a new one.
I haven't. I heard it was good though.
Check it out. It's very original Snoop Dogg-esque.
Okay. I have to check it out.
So, yeah. So if you fuck with like Doggy Style, the game is to be sold, not to be told, era of Snoop, then you'll fuck with this, I think.
Okay. I'm gonna have to definitely give it a listen though.
So Loso, tell everybody why Silk the Shocker is your favorite No Limit soldier.
Stop playing with me.
I really hope you're kidding right now.
No,
I really hope you're kidding right now.
That's our other cast member, Smoke One. Shout out to Smoke One. But yeah, that's his favorite No Limit beat rapper, whatever you want to call
We know that's
him.
your favorite boy. You said he was better than Mystical, man. Don't be playing.
Listen,
you know he should have won an Oscar in Hot Boys.
For some of y'all, for some of y'all that are young that don't know who Silk the Shocker is, he's the original Blueface.
Oh.
No young people listen to our podcast.
Oh, I'm just saying, he's the original Blueface.
Bro, I will
say this.
He's about to justify it.
Charge It to the Game is his best album simply because of the features and the production.
Yeah, it's his best album not because of him, but because of everybody else.
Well, I didn't say him. I'm
DJ Khaled album pretty much.
Having the best album.
You got to. You got to think during that whole era, like No Limit was running everything, but it was because they stayed in the studio. Everybody was featured on everybody's album, so nobody had the chance to fuck anything up solo. Like,
I mean, Silk still fucked up now.
If you had a weak verse, you had somebody on that track that was gonna pick it back up. Namely, Mystical. Like, he was the hype man for No Limit, and any track he was on, he fucking killed.
Listen, I mean, I give it a Mystical. He is one of my top 3 No Limit artists.
Okay.
My number 1 No Limit artist was
Master
Mac.
P. What?
No, Mac. Boy, Shell Shocked.
Mac.
One
Mac
of
is
the
underrated.
best albums No Limit ever put out, and didn't get the push. It just didn't get what it needed to. But Shell Shock is one of the best No Limit albums out there. If you ever get to check it out, I'm telling you. Lyrically, even a lot of people in the South back then would say Mac was the most like they compared him to the Nas of the South, just the way he was and his flow was, and I guess that's what kind of gravitated me because he has some hell of a good storytelling, and his wordplay was great. Like Mac, that he went to jail too early. That's why a lot of people don't know about him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's just what really messed up his career. He catching that gun charge in the club and whatnot.
All right, so Mac Mystical, who's your third?
Man, you already know Soulja Slim all day. Soulja Slim, what you mean? Soulja Slim was that goon. Hey, Soulja Slim was that goon in No Limit.
Sure.
I'm not a big fan of No Limit, so
yeah, he was a Cash Money on that battle.
He was a Cash Money dude.
Yeah, he still is a Cash Money dude.
All right,
Birdman, his favorite rapper, Birdman.
No, see, I was just fixing to ask.
Hey man, y'all don't give Soulja Slim respect, man. Y'all ain't gonna disrespect.
Nah, Mystical is the best one out of all of them. The only one that I listen to.
He's not the best one.
I fuck with Mystical, but I'm saying y'all ain't gonna disrespect Soulja Slim like that, bro. Like
and then C Murder. Don't fuck around. Don't fucking Soulja.
C Murder got set up. He didn't do it.
I like C Murder on certain songs. There's certain songs, especially on the TRU album, like the second TRU album. That's a classic. It's a double disc.
Yeah.
C Murder was set up. We all know this.
I mean, the guy wouldn't even said it.
Well,
yep.
That's true. That's true.
Does anybody here like Slaughterhouse?
But no, like
no drama going on.
But besides,
that's chick stuff right there.
But besides, Soulja Slim, I listen to a lot of Young Bleed. Young Bleed was like really one of my top favorite artists of No Limit.
Okay.
Was you not a Percy Miller man?
I mean, it was not all his albums. I mean, Ghetto Dope was a classic. Like that's my favorite Master P album. But like the rest of the other ones, it was just hit and miss.
Man, all right. One of my favorites was Fiend. Like I don't know, it's just something about his voice and the way he attacked a beat.
A lot of people like Fiend.
But I also feel like he was kind of underrated because like P really pushed like Silk and C.
I mean, that's his brother. Those are his blood brothers. Of course, you're gonna push your family.
Trash.
Yeah,
but Silk is fucking trash.
That's
like,
his little brother. That's like me, putting on a record company knowing that Roger's trash. I'm still gonna put him on.
Just believe it, I'm trash.
Whatever he's gonna do, I'm still gonna push him. That's my little brother.
I guess I'm business minded. Like I'm gonna let him do something, but I'm not gonna push him like that.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, he gained off his brothers, so it wasn't a bad business move.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much Silk Chocolate sold.
Silk, honestly, no. With Silk, see, he played Silk as the playboy. He was a rapper, but he attracted a lot of the lady fans.
He was the Mace of No Limit. You see.
Don't disrespect Mace like that.
He did a lot of
don't disrespect Mace.
He did features with Beyonce
Pretty Boy
and Destiny's Child. He did the feature with Maya. You know what I'm saying? He did the feature with Trina. He did more of the lady features. So he was more of the lady. You know what I'm saying?
He started one of the greatest movies of all times. Come on, man.
Murder wasn't the
what? The Hot Boys, greatest movie of all time.
First of all, that's state property. State property.
I'm about it. What you talking about?
Nah, that movie, you remember? He was the star of that movie, Hot Boys, Silk the Shocker.
With Snoop in it?
I think, he was.
Yeah. Snoop was in it too.
So bad.
Banging, they were in jail, banging on the kitchen silverware and stuff. I want to go home and locked up and stuff.
Why do you remember this movie so much?
The movie was crazy. Hey, I remember No Limit had the craziest hood movies, boy. Like, yo, for real.
I'm surprised none of y'all said I got the hookup.
That's a classic. Automatic. That's what I'm saying. But
I got hookers class.
So Punk's first came out.
Yeah, he watched Hot Boys right before we started recording. That's
apparently.
How you remember it.
Yeah, I was ready for it.
I guess so. Like he was on some Hot Boy shit.
Hey, can I ask my question? So I've been waiting 10 fucking minutes to ask it.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
We talked. I know we bounced around a lot. Top 10 greatest of all time in terms of hip hop.
Oh,
10
by era
or narrow it down to 5. However y'all want to do it.
Five.
Go
okay.
5. 5 all time.
Of all
any era,
time.
any style. It don't matter.
I'll go with personal, like not that I think these are the greatest.
Yeah,
this is my personal.
All personal.
Personal.
So I'm gonna start with the gatekeeper, who I've always said for me has always been Jada. Jadakiss is my gatekeeper. So if you can't beat him, you can't get in my top 5 for me, right?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I
Now
can
the one I'm not comfortable saying in what order is the 3 and 4.
Okay. So you got Jada at 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jay-Z at 4.
DMX and Jay-Z.
Jay-Z at 4,000 maybe.
Jay-Z at 4 easily.
4,000.
Nah.
He should be.
I don't know.
Could
be 3. Could be 3, but and DMX, right?
Jada cook
okay.
2 is Biggie, and number 1 for me all time, like
Little B.
Even, as a fan, even lyrically, for me, with putting my feelings aside and everything, I think there's literally nobody more lyrical than Big Pun. No one.
Okay.
That's my opinion. And that's who I go with. Big Pun as my number 1 of all time.
What about you, Loso?
Yeah, y'all gonna hate me.
Yeah.
No.
And this is my
Kodak.
personal. This is my personal.
Young Dolph, Lil Scooter.
Stop playing with me.
Project Pat.
No.
Oh, don't get me started on this.
Memphis Bleak.
Yeah, you like my outfit.
Macklemore.
Memphis Bleak is trash.
Memphis Bleak.
Macklemore.
BD Siegel.
Hey,
Yo, Beans is nice though. Beans is nice.
Beans.
Yeah, Beans is nice.
Hey, his number 1 is Benzino.
He came to rock the party.
No.
Yeah, we know Joe's a big Boston fan. So.
Hey, all right, Loso, for real.
Yeah, go ahead. Trying to get out of it.
What you got?
Trying to get out of it. Top 5. Go ahead.
5.
Dipset.
Like I said, and this is my personal.
Your personal.
Personal. So my number 5 would have to be Young Dolph. You know what I'm saying? Like,
is it just because he died young?
No, I've been following Dolph since the beginning of pretty much his career. Like, I've been a Dolph.
I can attest to that. He has been.
I asked that because I got a friend who, like, in the last 6 months is like, Young Dolph is the greatest ever of all time. And I know for a fact he never listened to him before.
No, I've been listening to Dolph, like I said, since, like my little brother said, he can attest since the beginning.
All right.
Yeah.
Like, I was one of the first in our town listening to Dolph. A lot of people like, what are you listening to? And I'm like, man, it's Dolph. It's dude from Memphis. It's just something about his delivery, his small ad libs, and you get to the progression when they're, through the mixtapes. Every mixtape he dropped, you can tell he got better and better lyrically. And, they got to a point where there was, he wasn't a mumble rapper, even though he came through the mumble rap era. He still spit, certain, he wasn't super
bars.
lyrical, but he had bars. Like, he had songs with shit you can relate to, facts, all that. So that's what always gravitated me to Young Dolph. Now, like I said, I've always listened to Dolph since the beginning of Dolph's era.
All right. So Dolph.
Those my 5.
You just said number 5. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Dolph's my 5. So my number 4, I would probably have to put. I probably have to put Gucci on there, simply just because of the way he really changed the Atlanta movement. Especially right before he went to jail. Like, he put Young Thug on, he put Migos on. Those were moves that he gave Migos to QC, the Coach K, and he let Thug do his thing. But like I said, he was making mixtapes with them. Pee Wee the Long Way, you know, artists like that finally blew up while he was in jail, that finally got the shine, and they all credit Gucci. Even the new era of Atlanta credits Gucci for it.
Okay.
Plus, you know, he got a ghost and is living in his house. You know, Pookie Low. Damn.
All right.
So
that's 4. Who's 3?
3. Let me see. I'd have to put Jay-Z at 3. I'd have put Jay-Z at 3.
Look at him shake his head.
Finally, a lyricist. Holy shit. All right, go ahead.
I mean, this is my personal feel. You know what I'm saying? I put Jay-Z at 3 simply because you do the math. He got a lot of albums, and it's only half the albums that are worth anything. And I don't give him the GOAT status. I mean, so we can fight about it if you want to. You know, man. I fight my own podcast on it.
All right, 2.
2. Man, the price just went up to Jada. You already know Jada Kid's super lyrical. You're not touching him. His mixtapes are retarded. And like I said, he's from the same area code, you know, where I grew up in, 914. Just represent.
All right, and 1.
Man, Big Pun all day.
Okay.
I mean, just Pun super lyrical. I don't think nobody's touching Pun in a battle. He'll slap the shit out of Jay easily.
I ain't arguing there.
No. They're not. Look, I'm a fan of Pun. He's not in my top 5, but that's just me. Again, that's my personal.
Is he in your 10?
Yes.
All right, I can respect that. He's in your top 10.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you know him. Not you personally, just in general, because there's a lot of people listening to hip hop who don't even know who Big Pun is. So,
well, he died so young. I mean, what was he like? Like 26, 27 when he died.
Well,
something like that.
He died young. He died young, but so did Biggie and Tupac, and people remember them, but they don't remember Pun. And I think that's because people like Dre. Well,
it's for being Latino.
No.
I don't think it's.
I don't think it's that.
Think about it.
I don't think it's that.
I just think they were bigger.
This is what I think. No, I don't even think they were bigger. I think for guys like Tupac, you had Dre who kept his memory alive. For Biggie, you had P. Diddy who kept his memory alive. Who kept Pun's memory alive. It should have been Fat Joe, but when Pun died, Fat Joe acted like he didn't know who the fuck he was.
And took all the money.
Took the rhyme book.
According to his kids, you could ask Chris Rivers, all them. They be he be rapping about it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Rhyme book.
Fat Joe should have been the guy, because him and Pun, when they were coming up, they was thick as thieves. But as soon as Pun died, Fat Joe took his rhyme book, and it was like you didn't.
Well, you also got to remember, Joe came out in like 93, 94 too with FloJo.
He had a little something too. So yeah, that's what I was saying. He did have a little.
Came out before Pun,
but it wasn't.
Pun resurrected his career and his name. But I see where you're coming from as far as not getting the push. I mean, Cuban Link dropped the ball, and he cries all the time that that's his man's. So, I mean, yeah, Terror Squad kind of did drop the ball on keeping his name and his legacy alive.
I don't even think it was anything with that. I think it was just the whole West Coast, East Coast thing that really we all know Biggie and Tupac. It's mostly because of that. I feel like if it wasn't for that, it could have been a toss-up. But because they had the beef, it started the whole East Coast, West Coast. They ended up dying. So, like, they were the martyrs of hip-hop. So it made everybody have peace and stuff. And to me, that's the only reason they're more well-known in hip-hop.
Also, the Midwest also. I mean, the Midwest also had good acts out, too. I mean, they had Bone Thugs. They had... Twister was around doing his thing at the time.
Yeah,
not as prominent
Crucial
as
Conflict.
East Coast, West Coast.
Look. But I don't think Bone would have been as hype as they were had it not been for Eazy's production. Like them signing to Ruthless and featuring Eazy on like that first album, and then dedicating the second album to him after he died. I don't think that they would have been where they are. Like, and I'm not saying anything bad about them. I think they're okay, but
then they bring their own DJ. I thought DJ Unique was their DJ. That's who made their beats.
Yes and no. He made the beats, but then, and it wasn't even easy. It was Yella really that fine-tuned the beats, because this was after Dre left Ruthless and went to Death Row.
You talking about the first album? I was talking about the second album, though. Well, no, DJ Unique was on the first album too.
He was, but yeah,
but it was only album, eight album song, 4 album song. It was 5, 6. It was wasn't many songs on there.
Hold on,
wasn't many tracks. It was under 10.
I think it was.
Sent y'all down a wormhole. I apologize.
No.
Who's your top 5 talent?
My top 5?
Yeah.
Well, so before we get into talent's top 5, not to cut you off, but no. I want so Creeping on the Come Up was their first album. It had 8 songs.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right, and this is just me personally. Where do you guys put Eminem?
As far as what?
Personal or just numbers wise?
Personal. We'll go personal, and then we'll do numbers.
I mean, I like him. I've always been an Eminem fan.
Was he in your top 10?
Oh, easily. Like I said, my personal on that is different. But now, if we want to go like do a top 5 with just lyrics. Oh yeah, he's easily top 5, no question.
What about you, Joey?
Yeah, we doing just top lyrical. I mean, a couple people wouldn't even be in my top 5 that were there, and Em would definitely be in there. I give you that. When it comes to like straight lyrical, no, all jokes aside, like, cause like with me, I like I like punchlines. I like witty raps. You know what I mean? But when it comes to lyrical, you don't have to be that way. You just gotta straight murder it. So you know what I mean? So that's a different parameters you setting now. So because of that, that's what I'm saying. Like Eminem, man, I tell you what, it's like 2 or 3 rappers that it's very hard to put who's number 1 when it comes to just lyrical. Big Pun obviously to me was one of them. The other 2 is definitely Eminem, and then to me is just Wayne. Those 3 like going in, that's just, I don't know, it's very hard for me.
Okay, because my question that I didn't get to ask earlier when they said you was a Cash Money guy, number 1 Cash Money.
Oh, that's
what do you mean? Cash Money with artists?
Yes,
artists. Wayne, and anything, any category, whatever you want to say. That's Wayne.
Era. Well, hold on, what Cash Money era are we talking
about? First of all, it's Juvie the Truth.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Juvie.
Thank you.
There we go.
Look, Joey.
Juvie is. Well, come on, man. Y'all gotta stop playing with Juvie, man.
Juvie the Truth. Juvie the Truth.
Look, Juvie like Dr. J, man. He came in when it was too late. Like he was ahead of his time.
First of all,
this, that, and the third. But now that hip hop is hip hop, Lil Wayne put it to a different level.
Artist,
because without Juvie, it wouldn't be Cash Money. I give him that. That's what I'm saying. He like came into it, but nah,
to go
bro.
Platinum.
Wayne took it to another level. Bro, yeah, Wayne came in. Wayne came in, bought Drake and Nicki in. Come on, man. This is roots. Like
this
is
that's a blessing on
bro.
Okay. No.
What Juvie doing? You crazy? You just I don't know, man. Juvie
Wayne was with Cash Money. Wayne was with Cash Money since he was like 15.
Yeah, 15.
And you talking like he came in and brought Drake and Nicki. Like, you forgot about all them albums he did before the Young Money.
No. I'm saying he was great dissing himself, and then you add that to that. Like, You don't even bring Drake and Nicki in here. Lyrically, I'm putting him there as one of the top 3 that I can't even decide out of. So that's what I'm saying to me. So if you go ask Cash Money, which is even a smaller pool, there is nobody else, in my opinion. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can go with other people, and I give respect to the other people that got Cash Money to where it was to get Wayne in the position he is. So I do that. I respect what came before, but nah, bro. Juvie did his thing, but Wayne did even bigger and took it to another level. And that's
all right.
Let me ask
hold on.
this, because we
gotta take a break real quick. Hold on.
1 minute.
I'm gonna cook you with this one.
We're not even going to do that. We just go ahead. Get into what was your question, Loso? Go ahead.
What was your question?
Cook this man, Chef Boyardee. Go ahead.
All right, so going back to the little Wayne's the debate. We had this topic, on our cast before. Well, how do y'all feel about the 500 Degree album?
Oof, it's been a while since I heard it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's good, but I mean, I ain't heard it forever, so I don't even remember what.
Yeah, I feel like it was
trash. If that's what you're asking.
It wasn't bad. That's for sure.
No,
I feel like if I remember correctly, and it's been a minute since I heard it, it was like a straight shot at Juvie, like because Juvie had 400 degrees, and then Wayne had 500 degrees, and it was his way of saying my shit's hotter than yours.
Yeah, because it wasn't right after Juvie left.
It wasn't really that my shit's hotter than yours, but it was a shot at Juvie, and he felt like they left him. Because you got to remember, he was left. They let after Wayne's second album, they were pretty much Cash Money was no more.
Right.
So
it was
to
just
me,
him and
500
Birdman.
Degrees was Wayne's coming out album. As far as like, I'm a whole Cash Money myself. This is me. Nobody else but me still with the label, and I'm gonna hold it down myself. To me, that's how I took that out.
Yeah.
More reason why he's the best ever.
No,
group.
No. Stop fooling
The
yourself.
whole. What did you just say? The whole label, right? You just said that. All right,
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah. Little Wayne.
I never disputed that.
Little Wayne.
I never disputed that.
No, Juvie's number one for sure.
But that's what I said. It depends on what era of Cash Money we talking about.
All of it. I don't care.
I can't. After the movie,
Little Wayne had 3 good albums.
All time.
Little Wayne had 3 good albums. Little Wayne's only had 3 good albums.
Maybe albums if you say it, but mixtapes, come on.
After
man.
Carter 2,
and that's your personal opinion, I guess.
After Carter 2, that man fell off hard.
Man, opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one.
I give Wayne 4 albums. I give him 4 albums.
4. Oof.
4.
We're not even talking about the mixtapes. I'm just talking about albums.
Yeah, we're talking albums. Yeah, we're talking albums.
Yeah, we're talking about the albums. I ain't talking about the mixtapes. We're talking about the albums.
I personally think Wayne's mixtapes, all of them, are better than any album.
Mixtape Weezy's a whole different animal.
Yeah.
Mixtape Weezy's a whole different animal now. Now, if we want to talk about Mixtape Weezy, that's a whole different topic.
09 Weezy. Well, no, it wasn't 09. 08. 09.
Weezy, yeah.
08. That was 08.
Weezy from like 06 to probably 2010 on mixtapes.
Destroyed.
But like I said, he only had 3 good albums. The Carter 2 was his best album he put out, and then he went so commercial, it was disgusting.
Carter 2 is one of my top 3 Wayne albums. I will say that.
You have 4, so.
No, I'm saying like as far as albums, yeah, he's got 4 good albums, but that's top 3. Carter 2's up there.
What 4 albums do you consider his good albums?
Carter 1 and 2.
Okay.
500 Degrees and Lights Out.
Oh, really?
The Block is Hot and Straight. Everybody loves it. I wasn't a big fan of it. I listened to it. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad. But Lights Out caught my attention more of Wayne.
I'm surprised you didn't bring up the whole reason why you brought up this, because there was an argument to this, but this wasn't the reason why we argued. We argued because I made a claim that Wayne was basically trash until the Carter. And that's where you got so mad because 500 Degrees. I mean, he got way better, and you believe that he was the greatest at 500 Degrees.
Oh, whoa!
Because of the way that I said he took the company and put it on his back.
That's what I'm saying. To me, like, nah. I mean, after the Carter,
he showed out. But yeah, the Carter 1 and 2 and 500 Degrees are his top 3 albums. Easily.
Oof. I don't know about being
great. All 5 Carters before 500 Degrees.
No.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
This man lied to himself.
Yo, but see, I don't like that old school Southern rap neither. So it's a lot of that old school style. Like that was when Wayne was trying to do that the way it was before. And like
Manny Fresh beats on 500 Degrees was retarded.
No, the beats was crazy.
All Manny Fresh beats are good.
I was like, Manny Fresh beats on nothing.
He was the premier producer back then, you know.
All right,
he's still Wayne's lyrics was written, and he had those old rhyme book that he was just spitting, and he just let it all out. But when he started freestyling, that was when I believe he became what Lil Wayne is today. Because if he would have continued on the path of writing in his rhyme books, man, he wasn't going to be what he is today.
I mean, he found a way to progress.
And that's what he did.
Yeah, I'm not hating on that.
All right, the greats do it like Jay, you know what I mean?
Jay's a dick rider. But anyway.
So you say you don't like that old Southern hip hop. So you don't fuck with like Bun B, Pimp C, nothing like that.
Oh my God, I don't even want to go down this road.
Ghetto Boys.
We had a heated debate the other day.
Similar to that topic, not about that, but it was a topic.
Okay.
That involved UGK.
No. I'm not saying all of the Southern old school I don't like. It was just like I like Bun B, I like UGK. I do like I fucks with them. I got no problem with them at all, you know. But there are some other ones that like I just don't like.
Like who?
Like Project Pat. I don't like
what?
him.
You ain't never listened
at
to
all.
Pat.
You
He
didn't
never
listen
listened to Pat.
No, trash.
Project Pat's not even like regular Southern hip hop.
I'm trying to tell him.
Well, like that,
he don't
like
want to listen. He don't want to listen.
No, man. It just I don't know. It's just like I don't know how to like the Ghetto Boys. I respect what they are, but I'm just that style. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like Eric Bada. Like I just don't. That's not my thing.
Okay, wait. Are you talking about just Project Pat, or are you talking about like Hypnotize Minds, 3 6 Mafia, the whole camp? Like,
all right. So 3 6 Mafia. So what I like, I like Juicy J. He's my favorite one out of all that, in my opinion. And not saying lyrically, just the music that he does, because they all have their own way. I don't think none of them are really lyrical. They just have their own way of
Juicy
making
do got
music.
some albums. He do got some solo
hold
albums.
up, Juicy got some good shit.
Juicy do got some
good
solo albums.
I didn't say he bad. I like Juicy.
If you want lyrics, listen to Project Pat.
I'm trying to tell his ass.
If you want
anyway, them Jordan's about to come out. Man, get out of here, chicken head. Fuck out of here with that shit.
I told him all that commercial shit.
Oh, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Pat, bro. You are tripping.
Yo, y'all don't even want me to bring up one of the worst days I had. I literally had to go to the mall and buy my daughter some.
Project Pat had Noriega on the first album.
Hold on.
Oh, he done. The power went out of his house.
That Project Pat done got his ass.
Project Pat heard a disrespect.
Pat over there choking his ass.
Came through that green screen on it.
But them new Jordans finna come out.
And he wears double Jordans. So he gonna get choked out by Pat.
Hold on, let me pause this.
Y'all got me so mad over here. What's going on? My whole computer shut down.
Man, we thought Project Pat came and beat your ass.
Pat came through the screen, beat your ass, and he choked you, nigga. Told you to put some respect on Pat.
The sicker than the sicker. Come on, man.
But yeah, I'm trying to get him to listen to Pat. All that commercial shit is not Project Pat.
No, Project Pat is definitely the opposite. That's why he didn't get big.
Yeah, right.
Well, Daddy went to jail.
Well, he
got locked up.
You say that, but Gucci went to jail?
Hold on, time out, Roger. Make sure you get the record button.
It's recorded.
Okay.
Pat went to jail and didn't get the push like Gucci did. If it wasn't for Keisha Core pushing Gucci's mixtapes, all the mixing that dropped while he was in jail, it was because of his wife.
I want to know how the motherfucker made 400 albums in jail.
Francis Manassas for Rinky Dink Records.
Listen, Pratt even told Gucci even said it. There's shit that he don't even remember the lyrics to. He's just so much shit recorded while he was fucked up on the drugs, that he didn't drop. So he had a lot of material that was just stored up.
Oh, fuck my back. I'm getting old.
Southern historian over here.
Man, I'm a big Gucci fan too, man. Come here, stop playing me, man.
Let me get y'all's opinions on the crunk music era, the Lil Jon and East Side Boys and all that. Like, how do you feel that era helped or diminished hip hop as it is?
I mean, honestly, they just took what Miami was doing and just kind of put some little turn up and Lil Jon screaming on it, honestly. But that's what that's what Miami was known for, shit like that. 69 Boys, you had Luke, you had 2 Live Crew. That's the shit they were doing.
Yep. So
I mean, to me, it wasn't a big deal. I was like, well, they just went from Miami to Atlanta, which Atlanta had Freaknik back then that era too. So, we're from a whole different era than it is now with all the restrictions and everything else. So I mean, it's just the way life was back then.
What about
to
you,
me? It wasn't.
I didn't have no problem with it because for the simple fact, when it comes to music, there's different, depending what you're doing, you go listen to different music. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to be in the club listening to some hardcore stuff. You're going to want some stuff that, people want to dance to or it got some type of beat. So, like, when you do that, that's cool for the clubs and all that stuff. But, I think, like, it helped evolve the South because then a lot of rappers nowadays grab those beats and just start going lyrical on them as opposed to just making that snap music, So it helped evolve, kind of like, help them get to where they are.
Now, I will say there's certain artists from the era that I do miss that I wish would come back out.
Like Fabo?
Okay.
Yo, that's that nigga right
there.
Fabo!
No, not
D4L.
and he was in the crunk era. D4L was in the snap era. So they was right after it. But no, like, for instance, Youngbloods. You know what I'm saying? I was a big fan of their music.
Yeah.
I wish they would get their stuff together and come back out with something. The Ying Yang Chicks wasn't that bad, but I mean they were more like strip club music.
They still are strip club music,
right? Yeah,
that's what it is now.
Bo Hagen. I really miss some Bo Hagen. A lot of people don't know who Bo Hagen is. He was really lyrical in the South. I mean, Atlanta had some lyrical cats back then during the crunk era.
Yeah,
got Shorty Low.
He was snap era.
Yeah, he was right after.
He was right after the Lil Jon era.
With the Rocco.
Rocco was that way after.
Rocco was in 06. He came out with the trap movement.
See, this the Southern hip hop historian over here for you, sir.
Got it.
Well, Pastor Troy was pre-crunk era, wasn't
he? Yeah.
Pastor Troy
came out. He was pre and during that era.
Yeah.
PT Cruiser. Come on now.
Yeah.
But Talon, what's your personal top 5? We're gonna go around everybody.
All right. Why you say it like that?
Because
gonna start
my top 5 probably gonna start something, but also it's.
I mean, my top 5 probably
strange.
I was gonna say my top 5 is probably gonna be like y'all gonna be like, fuck this man.
J. Cole will be in your top 5.
Gonna be my top 5 hated. I already know.
J. Cole and Logic.
Gonna be on that list.
I don't listen to Logic. You say Logic.
Logic gonna be on that list. Yeah.
I don't listen to Logic.
Bow Wow, Lil Romeo.
Oh, you capping now. Stop.
No, hold on. Y'all know his favorite rapper is 50 Tyson.
Ice JJ Fish.
Lil B.
Waterfront 500.
Waterfront 500. You know what time it is, baby.
Yeah, brothers.
Right. All right. Number 5. All right, number 5 for me is Tech 9. I've been a big fan of Tech 9 ever since the killer album. And then Ever Ready the Religion, and like I love the new stuff that he does, but I also like how he also helped put people on as well. He helped put on Chris Calico, Kurt Calhoun, a whole bunch. He was very much influenced by Brother Lynch Hung, and it was many people. It's weird because people sometimes consider him as like, oh, Tech Nine's a horrorcore artist. He's really not. He's really not. He's not a horrorcore artist, but he shouts out the community of horrorcore music, and that's why they fuck with him.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Didn't he start out like doing gothic type rap music? Because I remember when I was growing up listening to some of that, and the reason why I was like, I'm not a big Tech Nine fan back then, which I've heard some of his newer stuff, which is way better and a lot different than what he started out to be with that whole gothic, because he was like, it was something about a baby and some abortion shit or something. I was like, bro, like, dude's crazy.
You might be thinking Brother Lynch Hung, though. You might be thinking Brother Lynch Hung did say some sick shit.
It was some Tech Nine. Yeah, it was some old Tech Nine. But like I said, he just wasn't my type of artist. But I've listened to some of his newer stuff, and he's straight. Right? I mean,
yeah, that's cool. Number 4, DMX. Just we talked about it when we did our retrospective of him. Just he had that. I mean, he was way different than everybody else at the time. Just the raspiness and his ability to rap made him also separate from everybody else at the time. The first time I heard him was from the Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood album, which was the second album. And the first thing I heard him say was, I got blood on my dick because of no remorse. Or like, I got blood on my hands because no remorse. I got blood on my dick because I fucked the corpse. I'm like, okay, who's this motherfucker and what else does he think about, But I've always been a big fan of a DMX as well. Hold on. I wrote this down while y'all were talking, so I don't fuck it up. Fucking stupid ass phone. And that's my new phone too. That's what's fucked up. Number 3, Andre 3000. I think lyrically, he's one of the. I think he's not underrated as a lyricist, but he doesn't get as much love as he should. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Do you understand what I mean?
The reason why, because we've had this talk before, it's because of the lack of music.
He had a solo album that nobody knows about.
Well, but the Speaker Box and the Love Below.
No, that's a double album. It's a double album.
But the Love Below, that was supposed to be their split.
It's their split, but they're also double
solo joint. But it was their solo joint.
But they featured each other on them.
No, actually, Big Boy wasn't on the Love Below.
We had this discussion.
Was he?
Yep, we've had a discussion before. They did songs on each other's albums.
I think it was one song each.
Yeah,
but it was mostly them solo.
Wait, hold on. Was Roses on Speaker Box or Love Below?
Yeah, Love Below.
Love Below. That was called.
It was Andre. It was Andre's single.
Then Big Boy was on that one. Then that's the one that you're probably thinking of. Number 2 for me, Immortal Technique. When I first heard the song "Dance with the Devil," and this is where me and Chip have a common bond with hip hop music. We enjoy storytelling in our music. Not to say that other artists don't do it, but for some reason, when I heard the song "Dance with the Devil" by Immortal Technique, it told the story, and it was like the twist ending. If you've never heard the song before, I'm not going to ruin it for you. Just go listen to it. But not just that song. He had other songs like, You Never Know, which was another great story. He does get a little bit political more towards later albums, especially Revolutionary Volume 2 and the Martyr album, especially on the Martyr album. He was very politically inclined in that one. But I mean, yeah, he's another one of my favorites to listen to. And this might be typical, and I'm sorry if it's typical, but my number 1 is Eminem, just because, he was one of the ones that, I could identify with, I could relate to in a sense. Now, I mean, from the standpoint, I had both my parents. My father never ran out on me or anything like that. And you know, my mother wasn't a drug addict or anything like that, but you know, I remember the song "Sing for the Moment," which is my favorite Eminem song of all time. And that particular song where it says, "We do this for the kids who don't have a thing except for a dream in a fucking rap magazine," you know, or anyone who's ever been through shit in their life. And I'm fucking up the lyrics in there, and I apologize. Shut up. But yeah, I mean, yeah, for that, and his whole catalog is, you know, he does got some bad albums, like Relapse is fucking horrible, but we had that discussion.
I like that album.
That album was garbage.
I'm sorry, bro.
I like that album.
Compared to every other album that he did, it's not in the top 5 in my opinion.
One of his worst of all time.
It is.
Oh, I didn't say it was a top 5 album. I'm just saying.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about just in his catalog. I'm talking about just in his catalog. Well, I can't say that because I haven't listened to Revival, so I can't really.
But we know there's no way Revival could be worse than that. We've been through it.
I haven't listened to Revival.
I don't know. That's what they're sharing in it, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I heard that song, but you know, I heard the songs with that, and I heard the one with Alicia Keys. That's the only 2 songs on the album that I've heard.
Yeah,
But in a couple of weeks, I think not this. The next Rap Rewind, we're doing Marshall Mathers LP 2, and then that's Revival. I think after that, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
Roger, Chip, which one of you guys want to take the next one?
Roger, go ahead.
Do you not have yours ready?
I think Chip's.
You don't want J. Cole to be number 1? Couldn't wait.
Got me up all night.
I just got him recently until J. Cole, really.
That suspense. J. Cole and Logic.
I don't even listen to Logic.
And Machine Gun Kelly. Oh,
I definitely don't listen to
Get out
Machine
of
Gun
here. You stupid.
BB Gun Karen.
That makes sense from a guy that likes Jay-Z. It makes sense.
Megan Kelly. You talking about Megan Kelly?
Mm-hmm.
All right, for me, my top 5.
Dylan.
Because he spits hot fire. He's in a category of his own.
You can make the song or you cannot make the song. Shut the fuck up, Wyclef. You're too close, man.
But for me, number 5, and it's probably recency bias, but a lot of his music I really enjoy. Is Juice WRLD.
I like Juice WRLD.
Like a lot of songs I can relate to a lot, especially younger me. Then number 4, just go straight into it. It's the Dipset. Diplomats forever, every day, all day.
Wait, the whole group?
Yeah,
the group.
I love Diplomats as the group.
I didn't know we were throwing groups. I thought we were just doing artists.
I mean,
no, that's fine. I was just trying to clarify.
Paul,
I didn't know they took it over.
I'm gonna throw out my honorable mention though, because you said Dipset and it reminded me of that. Joel Santana is also in my top 10.
Okay, because man, I was about to lose it. You said Cameron. Oh my!
Cameron is my favorite one.
Computers, Putin.
I ain't that stupid.
Nine Tigers, Bears. Oh my! Oh no!
Ham, blam, slam,
Laffy
man.
Taffy.
Got these
Dude,
pink
I picked Jim
diamonds
Jones over Cameron. What you talking about?
Man, y'all bullshitting. Cameron, go back. I'm telling you. Jim Jones had like
Joel's
3.
the best one in the group anyway, so you know.
It's J.R. Ryder, best one in the group.
Continue.
Number 3
with your bullshit.
Number 3, Andre 3000 always will be my top 3 no matter what.
He just don't have enough catalog.
Don't matter. Whenever he's on a feature, he's the best one on everybody else's song. His own shit.
We'll give you that, but
when it's him and Big Boy, he's the best one out of the group.
I think that's a debate. Not saying I disagree nor agree.
I was say because Big Boy ain't no slouch.
He ain't no slouch either. He's not a slouch. I'm not saying he's bad, but Andre just
left foot.
Andre make you think about shit though.
But I give it to Andre by 51%. So I'll make that. But I'm just saying, you made it sound so disrespectful to Big Boy.
Nah, Big Boy fucking good.
He beat on that man. He beat.
Probably. But number 2 for me is Kanye.
Okay.
Always has been. You know this, Carlos.
Sahai the Prince. I got you.
Who?
His ghostwriter.
Didn't write the first 2 albums. Stop playing. Go sit your ass down somewhere.
Who the fuck is Sahai the Prince?
His ghostwriter.
Who, Drake's or Jay's?
All of
Kanye. He's supposed to be a ghostwriter at Good Music, supposedly.
I didn't even know he was part of Good Music, but okay.
He's from
He
Atlanta.
ain't part of Good Music anyway,
Exactly.
technically, because they had that whole conversation.
I never said he was. I just said he was a ghostwriter.
He did, but all right, go ahead. Nah, yeah.
Number one.
Go ahead, let him finish
number
his
one.
list.
Number one, of course, is J. Cole.
Logic.
I don't even know a Logic song. I don't listen to Logic.
I know he's on the ISIS track with Jordan Lucas. That's the only thing I've heard him on.
I didn't remember that.
I thought he was the one with the suicide song. That's all. I don't know if that was him.
He is.
Okay,
He
that's
is.
the only thing I know.
I don't even know that.
Because I remember people were
What's
talking
the
about the
Suicide
suicide song. I don't know. Something about him and the suicide song. That's all I remembered. Never heard
The
it.
name of the song. Go ahead, Chip. What is it?
I was gonna say the name of the song is the Suicide Hotline.
Quit.
Yeah, the actual number to the suicide prevention hotline.
Oh,
Mila, stop.
Get attacked by your side chick.
Hey, that's my cat. Stop playing.
Hey,
There,
cat, pussy, whatever you want to call it, bro. It's all you.
Side bitch, man. Stop playing.
Logic has a couple of songs, but he's not what certain people make him out to be.
Look, that boy's confused.
Well, he doesn't know if he wants to be a streamer or a rapper now.
No, he don't know if he's black or white. That's his problem.
Is that true? Like, yeah.
There's a whole video you can
N-word?
look up. There's a whole video. Yeah, he does. But there's a whole video where he's 1 minute he's talking about he's white, and then the next minute he's talking about he's black.
It's like over 5 minutes long too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Apparently, one of his parents is black, and the other is white.
I mean, he's allowed to drop the N-bomb, but
that man is whiter than Talon. What are you talking about?
Well, but the thing is,
why you gotta throw me on the bus like that, motherfucker?
Because you're white.
but the thing is look, I'm not discrediting and say that he's not mixed, but he don't look mixed, and for the most part, he don't act mixed. Like he clearly, if he is from a biracial family, he clearly grew up like in the upper scale white area.
Nah, I mean, I don't know his backstory, so I can't answer.
Yeah. I don't know, because you know what, that opens up.
I mean, there's a little bit that I've heard that, his sister? I don't know if we're allowed to say it, be monetized, but it was just, he has been called out for certain things on the radio by his family members. Certain things have happened, so I'm gonna just leave it at that. If you don't know, but look it up. But I don't. I mean, even if he didn't grow up in a bad neighborhood or the projects or whatever, he's still kind of from what certain people try, I guess, shit on him. It's still a shitty way of coming up in life and having to deal with certain situations.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, I've never listened to him, so I don't know. I can't say anything.
I have, but it's kind of like Loso. Like, I'm not running out to grab the latest album. Like, if it's
I never
on
heard
rotation.
a Logic song. I just know that they troll him and J. Cole together. So I just loop them together.
I know Eminem shouted him out one time.
They got music together.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got that song Monster, I think. I think it's the name of the song.
That was him and
that's Godzilla's Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
No. They had a song called Matter of fact, hold on.
It wasn't called Monster.
I don't think it was called Monster, but they do have a song.
That was him and Ree.
I know him and Ree had a song called Monster, but hold on.
Yeah, I don't think it was called Monster.
It was Monster. Had that black flair to it.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. The name of the song was called Homicide.
Yeah.
So he did Suicide and Homicide?
Yeah.
That's a monster.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Talon.
Chip.
I got a question.
5-0.
Well, we got to go to the homies, his top 5.
Yeah, go ahead.
I ask this question.
Go on, Chip.
All right, 5 DMX. I'm just gonna run them down. 4 is Nas, 3 is Pimp C, 2 is Jadakiss, and 1 is Eminem. I don't know, like, and I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, he just picked Eminem because he's white or whatnot, but the way that, like, dude has changed his whole style, like from the Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers LP to what he's doing now with Kamikaze and Music to Be Murdered By. Like, he literally changed his whole style and still putting out fire albums.
With one hiccup.
You know what? The album still went number one, and it's not diamond, but it's close.
I know.
So as much as we can sit here and hate on it and say that it was his worst album, it still sold more than most rappers from that era.
That is true.
See, I have this take that, and I know my cousin Roger about to kill me, but I don't think he's ever had a bad album, period. That's just me.
Now we're going through his whole catalog right now.
Yeah.
No, me personally, I don't think any of them were bad. Lyrically, he killed it all the time because he had better selection. It's just for me, my personal opinion, I had no issue with any of his
there's
albums.
certain albums that the beats
We
were
had
ass.
this discussion that you said that, but I just
The beats
don't
were
agree with that.
ass. Yeah, some of his beats were
I had no
ass
problem
on
with
certain
it.
albums.
It's Eminem. Like, that's what I don't know. Maybe people are looking at it a certain type of way, but he is Eminem. He's gonna go crazy on it all the time. And like I said, I had no problem. Same way I had no problem. Go
I
ahead.
will say this though, I'm glad Eminem didn't come out of this new Detroit era of style of rapping.
What, Big Sean style?
Oh God.
No, the new style of Detroit rap.
I don't even know what the new style
Drill.
of Detroit is.
Yeah, what's
Drill
it?
style.
No, it's not like a drill style. It's kind of like a Silk the Shocker off beat type shit from some of the stuff I've heard. I'm
Isn't
like,
that drill?
no, drill's
Like
a whole
who?
different genre.
Go re-listen to Relapse again and tell me that ain't a bad album.
I had no issue with that album.
That album wasn't that bad.
No, that album
Look.
is garbage.
No.
Look, we just discussed this album, and that was
A month
2 weeks.
ago.
It was about a
Yeah.
month ago, yeah.
See now,
And mind you, I never seen
if-
it, so I'm just
yeah,
going off of my
our
own
Eminem-
opinion.
Right.
Our Eminem expert isn't here, and that's Smoke One. Like again,
Yeah.
shout out to Smoke One.
They'll probably tell you that
He'd
Relapse
been
was
over
garbage.
there.
I was gonna say Relapse, I think personally is his weakest album.
I will give you
And-
that. It's not his strongest. I'll give you that.
I think it was his weakest album, but again, like I said, it still sold. I'm pretty positive it sold. I mean, I think it's platinum.
It did.
Now.
It did a lot of sales, but man, like
Yeah.
no, I'm telling you guys, listen to that album again. Y'all be like, oh no, this is because when we went into it, we were like, it can't be that bad. Oh no, it was that fucking bad.
You didn't even Roger didn't even make it through the.
I couldn't finish it. I literally couldn't finish the album. I just
I
couldn't.
had no issues with him.
He stopped right when it got good. When it got good.
Supposedly got good. I can't do it. No, like I literally could not finish the album. Like it was so bad. It was him pretty much being a parody of himself, and it was so bad.
It was a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah, it's 2 times platinum.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah,
But-
That'll let you know it wasn't a bad album.
No, that
Like I said, I never had no album that I said it was garbage or trash. I had no issue with any of his albums. he's ever
it
dropped.
sold to date. It sold 2.36 million copies.
Not bad.
Mm-mm.
And it came out when?
09.
Oh,
09.
Hip hop was
What
low.
was that, like-
Hip hop was bad back
So-
then, I guess.
13 years ago.
Yeah.
So is hip hop numbers? Is numbers important in hip hop? Because that's what it seems like based off of everybody's opinion on Eminem. Because that's not just you guys, but everybody when they want to talk about Eminem and they want to credit him, like they never use his lyricalness. They always talk about his numbers, and it's like,
Oh,
we,
no, no,
we
no,
talking
no.
about we use his lyricism.
See, I think he's again why he is in my number one is like I think his lyrics are top notch and have only gotten better. I mean, if you haven't heard Music to Be Murdered By, definitely go give that shit a listen because
Absolutely.
it's like there's storytelling in it, there's wordplay, there's puns, like there's rhyme schemes that flip and flop.
and he's got
like-
punches.
Like my thing
He's got
is,
punches.
I literally,
I got no
stopped.
problem with all those.
I stopped listening to Eminem after like once Recovery hit. Like after I heard that, I was like, I'm done. When I first heard it back then, I was like, I
the
was done.
ciphers with the
Okay,
slaughterhouse.
Hold on. After
That's
that,
the album that I was thinking about was Recovery, not Relapse.
Yeah,
Relapse
Recovery
was
good.
that. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Not
Relapse
Relapse.
is
Still wasn't a
bad.
bad album.
No, Relapse
Still wasn't
is
that bad of an album.
Give it a listen
Yeah,
again. I'm telling you, give it a listen
He was
again.
on some other
It's
shit
bad.
on that album.
But back in the day, I wasn't able to. I like after it came out, I just couldn't listen to it. And when we redid it, and I tried to listen to it, I still couldn't finish it. But listen to Recovery for the first time all the way through, I was like, okay, I can listen to Eminem again. But fucking Relapse, I'm telling you, if that was his last album ever, I was like, I can understand why this was his fall, because that's how
when
bad
the
it is.
3 a.m.'s on, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's
Relapse. Hey, that album, that had me laughing. That album had me laughing. I laughed to that album.
Because
I'm like, yo, this is that Slim Shady shit.
It's him being Slim Shady, but the worst way of being like him parodying himself as Slim Shady. Like it's just.
Yeah, he was on some. You can tell he was still out there on the drug tip.
Yeah, it was his worst moment on being on drugs. Like it was really bad.
Yeah, like
it was still a funny ass album though.
But it doesn't mean it's good.
He even references it in Recovery, where he said, that last album didn't mean anything or the last two albums, he said, Encore I was on drugs, and Relapse I was flushing them out.
Which is weird that
now let me read.
Encore was a good album.
Yeah, it's weird to me that he didn't like Encore.
So.
Like to me, I don't understand why he didn't appreciate Encore. Maybe because of how bad he was on drugs. Maybe, but Encore's a pretty good album. But Relapse though, man.
Yeah, you got to be a different animal to listen to Relapse.
It was. I don't think Joey has listened to it.
It was a little dark. It had a little bit of dark moments in it. It
was a little dark, but I'm just saying lyrically, there wasn't nothing wrong with it.
It's not lyrical though. That's the issue.
It is.
It's nonsense.
But it's Slim Shady lyrical.
Mm-hmm.
Go find you a white crayon and color a fucking zebra. I popped. I laughed when I heard that shit. I'm sorry. I thought that part was funny, but. No, the song was trash, but I like that bar in that song.
All right.
What was yours? What was yours, Chip? Did he play ping pong with his own ding dong?
Yeah, see, look.
You see, but it's getting y'all reactions. That's Slim Shady. That's what I'm saying, man. That's Slim Shady. What you expect?
Yeah, it was a Slim Shady album, but it had its dark moments in it.
Yeah,
darker than usual.
So you had a question before I got to my top 5. Do you remember what that was?
Yes, I
do. Hold on. Before we get on to that, let's do this. Let's do this real quick.
Yeah.
So Loso can go ahead and ask his question he was going to ask.
Yep.
All right. It might seem random, but yeah, I got a question for y'all.
Obviously.
All right.
So going back to how we touched on the whole East Coast, West Coast thing with Tupac and Biggie, have you ever put some thought into how kind of dumb that situation was, as far as like, y'all do realize Tupac was originally from the East Coast? So if you sit down and think about it, it's like an East Coast versus East Coast thing. That the West Coast just kind of like took under his wing, was like, come here. I'm just saying, I'll be thinking about dumb stuff like that from time to time. I just didn't know if you ever thought about it.
The West Coast needed somebody to help them because they was falling apart.
Yeah. I mean, at the time, who did the West Coast have around that time, aside from Dre?
I mean, that's really
easy. I mean, it was NWA basically. I mean, it was the NWA.
Digital Underground, of course.
Digital Underground, yeah. Also,
no, it really wasn't NWA at that point.
Yeah, they were
because it was
they had already
Dog
split.
Pound. Yeah, Dog Pound, Snoop,
Dre,
Ice Cube,
and that's
Cube wasn't part of Death Row. Cube wasn't part of Death Row.
No, but we just talking about West Coast.
No. I'm talking about like West.
That boy got the
that man's internet.
Wow.
That boy got the Metro PCS Wi-Fi.
You see, he got that next Boost Motorola.
Hold up. I'm running off Boost Wi-Fi.
Top running your mouth.
I ain't never had no problem. I ain't had no problem. On your neck.
He got that Comcast internet. It should be all right.
Yeah. Is it raining out there?
No, it ain't raining here. He only lives like he only lives like 15 minutes from me. It ain't raining. I mean, unless it's just raining in his neighborhood.
The boy got the sprinklers on. Elbow drop my cat. Keep messing with me.
What was Loso's question again? Who's NBA YoungBoy? Is that the question?
No, he was talking about he was talking about the East Coast West Coast feud and how it makes absolutely zero sense.
I mean, yeah, because the East Coast was better.
Is that East Coast bias?
Yeah.
I think that's debatable. I think that's debatable. I think the West Coast put out more commercial content and with lyricists.
I mean, you had a lyricist back then.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You don't like Tupac.
Nope.
So do I consider Tupac a rapper?
The hip hop artist.
See,
Joe, why you got that face? Say something.
This man got the grape looking face.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm just reacting to what he said.
This man got that grape face. He over here eating sour grapes.
No, because I personally I think Tupac is a lyricist. He has elements of what Roger considers just hip hop, but I mean, if you break it down, like his music still holds up to this day. Like you telling me Brenda got a baby doesn't correlate to shit that's going on today?
Yeah, I think they surpassed Brenda having the baby.
I know, but you see what I'm.
Does Brenda actually have that baby?
But you understand
Brenda
what
got
I'm
3
saying?
Babies.
Yeah. You know,
Brenda got about 3 babies, and her mama got 2.
There you go.
But no, like for me, I don't consider Tupac like. I put him in a whole different category. Now I've had this discussion with Joe. He's more of a poet than a rapper to me. Like I mean, he got a lot of heartfelt and a lot of political stuff. So I mean, which was it Chuck D and them? They were political and whatnot, but to me, it was a little bit different than the way they were pushing it.
No, I can see that.
Yeah.
But I do consider as one of the greats. But like I say, he's in the category of his own. Like he's an artist. He was a great artist.
He was a better actor than a rapper.
I'm not disputing that. He was killer in juice.
He got the juice.
Killer in juice.
You got the juice.
He had no juice after he got let go.
Oh no, what was it? What movie was he in with Damon Wayans? When the Bulletproof, is that the name of that one? Bullet, something like that. You know what I'm talking about though?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember Tupac being in that movie.
Wayans? You mean Marlon Wayans?
Was it?
No.
That's above the rim.
Bulletproof was Damon.
I don't think Tupac was in that movie though. I know he did a movie with Marlon Wayans, and it was Above the Rim.
Yeah, he did Above the Rim.
Yeah. Last movie I remember Pac being in was gang related.
Yeah, that and Gridlock.
Yeah, I was saying he was in Gridlock with what's his name? Joe Belushi. What is his name?
That was
Tim
gang
Roth.
related.
They both came out the same year.
Yeah, Belushi was gang related.
Yeah, they both came out the same
Belushi was gang related. No, it was Gridlock.
Yeah, that one joint Janet Jackson.
No, Gridlock was Tim Roth.
Was it?
Yeah, Belushi was gang related.
Okay.
Bullet.
And that was Poetic Justice with Janet.
Mm-hmm.
What is Bullet? I don't even remember that one. With Mickey Rourke. I didn't know.
Wrestler?
Mickey Rourke? Yes.
I don't remember that movie at all.
Came out in 1996.
Yeah, it came out a month after he died.
It had Donnie Wahlberg in it. You know it had to be lit.
He ain't even know it.
We had a new kid on the block. Boston.
Oh fuck.
LeBron going to Boston. That's where Bronny going.
He ain't good for Boston. We don't need him.
I'll be fuck LeBron then at that point, man. Hatred is deep.
Why?
The irony if Bronny got drafted to Orlando and Bron got to go back to the scene of the crime, the bubble.
To go, he would hate never want to go there again.
I hope Bronny gets drafted by the Cavs.
He'll go back.
No, he gets drafted by the Golden State Warriors.
That's corny. That's corny.
Let me hold on. Let me ask this question because it made me think. So the whole deal with LeBron saying he wants to play until his son gets into the league. Okay, let's just go with that.
He's gonna be 45 before he retires.
Trying to be Tom Brady.
Let me ask this question. Let's just say a team is getting ready in the draft. Bronny's still available, second round, whatever. Does a team take Bronny knowing to acquire LeBron, or would they be like, you know what, we're only going to have Bron 1 year. This may be our only chance, but does the risk
on the team
outweigh the reward? You know what I mean?
Depending on the team, it's a power move.
Yeah.
If you get a shitty ass team, you're pretty much getting.
Yeah, if he gets drafted by the Kings.
A super. They're getting a super token. You know what I'm saying?
But
whether it's that 1 year or not, they know that 1 year is going to bring revenue.
Right. It's going to bring revenue and the possibility of making the playoffs for a team that wouldn't normally make the playoffs.
But then what happens? Let's just say just for shits and giggles, Bron plays 1 year with Bronny. He fades. He rides off into the sunset, and you got Bronny. What if he doesn't live up to the expectations? He don't have his dad there helping him, you know.
I don't think he's going to live up to the expectations.
Nah, he's not.
I mean, honestly, how many kids that their dad was athletes besides like Steph Curry has flourished?
We're talking
Luke Walton
or all sports.
Luke Walton?
Oh,
no,
don't do that,
bro.
Luke Walton.
Don't do that.
Are we talking?
Do that. Don't do
are
that.
We talking?
Chill.
Are we talking just basketball? Or are we talking all
good
sports?
as a coach?
Yo, but I can't even say that with say that with Steph. You can't say that with Steph and Dell. Listen, because Steph is a superstar. Dell wasn't. He became bigger than his father.
He wasn't a failure, though.
When has been two superstar father and son? That's the question I got.
In any sport, I don't know.
That's the tough
one.
Man.
King Griffey Jr.
Yeah.
I give you that one. Yes.
Barry Bonds was better than his daddy.
Well, yeah,
but it was better. Were they in the same tier, like of greatness? That's what I mean.
Griffey's
not that they're better.
I think Griffey, Jr. and Senior would probably be the only one.
Maradona.
Who?
It's a Maradona.
What soccer got to do with this?
Maybe Cal Ripken and Cal Ripken Jr.
That's the only other one I could think of.
Maybe, but I don't think.
Wait,
but I don't think that's the height. Vladimir. What's the Vladimir Guerrero?
Yeah,
if we're
Junior,
talking recent,
Junior's really good. Yeah,
Junior is.
He and them dingers. I feel like there's one in basketball I'm forgetting.
Cecil Fielder. Okay, that's who I was thinking of. Prince and it was Cecil Fielder was in the league first, and then Prince Fielder came in afterwards.
I forget his father played.
Yeah,
Cecil?
I didn't know.
Yeah, see, he played for the Tigers and the.
I forgot Cecil was Prince's dad.
That's what I said.
I forgot that was his dad.
Right.
I remember Cecil playing.
But baseball is probably the only one. I don't know if any other sport can really do that.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. That's a hard feat to do. So going back to your question, but see, here's the thing. Let's say he do leave. LeBron leaves, huh?
Bobby Hall and Brett Hall. It's hockey.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know nothing about hockey.
I know y'all don't.
Yeah, that's why he's an Islanders fan instead of a Rangers fan.
Could we say Archie?
Damn, son, you an Islanders fan?
I am.
Let me find out.
Yeah, he's a Sabres fan. My fault.
No, if after cheer, you got to go with whatever's hot right now. Who is it?
He's a Bruins fan.
The Seattle.
He a
Kraken.
Bruins fan.
Seattle Kraken.
A Bruins fan. Get the fuck.
He a
out.
Bruins. He a
Get the fuck
Bruins
out of here.
fan.
Get the fuck.
Carolina got a good team.
Nah, keep it real, son. You like the Bruins.
Nah, Rangers, man, come on.
You like
That's
the
the
Bruins
home
like you
team.
like Coach K, bro.
Not for you. The home team. The home team for you is definitely the Islanders.
Nah, never been in Long Island. That's you.
That boy was a Guido. Let me find out. J10 Laundry. GTL last name.
That's what PC stands for. Pacino. Joey Pacino.
Yeah.
Find out Pacino. Hey,
Joey Pacino.
Joey Pacino. Joey Pacino. Hey.
What was your question, Chip? What were you gonna say?
It wasn't a question. The only like football duo I can think of is Archie and Peyton Manning, maybe.
But we know the better one was Eli. Got them 2 rings.
Patrick Surtain and his son now.
Well, his son. We got a year of him, and he even
You
played
got a year of him. Yeah, we'll see what happens next.
I mean,
Dante Samuel Jr. is also in the league too now.
He just started, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, would you say Archie and Peyton maybe?
Archie didn't do good though. Archie didn't
I don't think he would. I don't think so, because Peyton, you would consider one of the greatest, top 5, 6, 7, maybe 10. I don't know, like in general, of like all time. I don't think you even put Archie there. I don't think you put Archie in the top 20.
I would have put Peyton in the top 20.
But
I would put Peyton in the top 20.
That's what I'm saying. Like it just
Payne's NFL career, yes. Because let's keep it real, the Vol
as a whole,
as a whole, at UT, and he didn't do shit.
Like same thing he did. He just did the same thing.
T Martin won the ring the year after he left. I'm just saying.
He did the same thing in Indianapolis. Nothing.
I mean, he broke a bunch of records.
I mean,
he put numbers and broke a bunch of records.
They won a Super Bowl.
He couldn't.
We have a thing. They won a Super Bowl.
He didn't win.
He won a Super Bowl at the Colts.
Yeah, he won one with the Colts.
He won one with the Colts against the Bears.
Broncos.
I remember
he got carried by the defense.
I remember they gave him one as the Broncos. They gave him that one.
Yeah,
and the Broncos to ride off.
Von Miller gave him that
broken neck. He was over there throwing balls. He couldn't even move his head.
Remember his best performance still is against New Orleans. He got that game-winning touchdown.
Going against Drew Brees.
Yeah, got that game-winning touchdown at the very end of the game.
I think what made Peyton so good was his football knowledge. Not, I mean, yeah, he
and body. He's
well.
Tall. He was tall.
Yeah.
No, he
did well. Well, I mean,
he got a 9-foot head and 4-foot body.
Terrible.
Hey, I can't say shit. I got a big forehead too.
He the only dude he the only dude I know got a bigger forehead than Talon.
That man has projections instead of dreams.
Deal.
Hey, Talon.
I dream in IMAX. Y'all don't even know.
Talon will tell you if he was in the military and had to salute, he'd have to be back here.
Yes, yes. You paint a white X on my forehead, a helicopter's gonna land.
Damn,
bro. Hey, look,
that's crazy, bro.
I mean, I was over here roasting pig. What's going on?
I've been hit with the forehead jokes for the past fucking 35 years of my life. I don't give a shit at this point. Say what you want.
He says much worse than I do. That's the thing. But we've been boys for 21 years now. So
21 years, yeah.
Good Lord.
Damn, Loso. What the hell are you doing?
Motherfucker in the club.
Motherfucker just turned on Triple H's old entrance.
This man over here trying to hurt somebody's eyes.
Yeah, my own.
Blinded himself again with that light.
Blinded.
Man. Yo, wow.
Yeah, man.
But I think I could literally do this shit all night right here, just chilling, hanging out. Yeah.
Bullshitting.
But I think it's probably a good stopping point for the podcast. So before we do get out of here,
no last questions.
Yeah, y'all got any questions? Loso, Joey, anybody?
I'm good. We talked a lot. Don't want to keep you guys up more.
Man, I got nowhere to be tomorrow, so I'm good. But
I gotta be working at 7.
I know.
Yeah, me too. At 8, I gotta be in though. But
y'all got work. I'm on vacation.
Oh, okay.
Again? Didn't you just leave vacation?
Nice.
Hey, my boss came around the other day and told me
you got to use up all this PTO. What you gonna do?
She said, "Man, I hate to tell you this, but you got to take time off." I was like, "Oh, you want me to go home now, or what?" But yeah,
man,
I got a lot of vacation.
I was saying, what they give you, the COVID vacation?
The Kobe?
I get
COVID.
I had the COVID.
I was like, damn, not the Kobe vacation.
Damn,
one-way flight.
I legit hadn't had COVID at all. Like this whole time, I ain't never been sick. Didn't miss a day of work. Nothing.
So he got like 4 years of vacation time built up.
I do.
Man, everybody where they had to go get that shot, and they uplifting all them damn mandatories and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That was test subjects. I told you.
Hey, don't get me started.
Yeah, Talon, if you wanna have conspiracy theories.
No, don't get me started.
Oh, that's Loso. He's the conspiracy theorist in our group. So.
Oh yes, he definitely is.
Right here.
This man believes in reptilian people. This man believes in reptilian people.
Bro.
I
got books.
They there.
Martians are real, and they're fucking 7-foot tall reptilians.
No, they're not,
bro.
I seen it on the internet. It's true.
I got books upon books about conspiracy theories. Like, I'm on that shit.
We need to do another conspiracy episode soon, anyways.
Right?
Yeah, we do. Mm-hmm.
But one, actually.
Before we log off, y'all shout out your social media, podcast, where they can find it, everything. We want people to come check y'all out.
All right.
Go ahead, Joey.
You want me to do it?
You're the commercial man. Yeah, you got the commercial voice.
Commercial. It's not my voice that everybody likes. Oh, who's that guy?
Hold on. You want me to do the quiet?
Get out of my ear. Shut up.
When y'all turn to Power 94, hold on a minute. What happened?
I told you, you got that.
Get the fuck out of my ear.
Hey, he got that baby Barry Manilow.
Get deep with it. Pause.
Yeah, that Sir Isaac Hayes going on.
Tonight on the Quest. I'm playing with John. I ain't gonna do y'all.
Barry White, Luther Vandross.
Killing me, Smalls.
Now.
Hey.
We're taking it back.
Go ahead.
Frankie Beverly and Maze.
So you can check us out on Facebook, Joey PC. Look us up there. You can also, that's my personal page. You could also go on the group page, These Ninjaz Podcast. When we also have a group page, These Ninjaz Podcast. We on Spotify, Apple. Check us out on Anchor. And like we said earlier before, we 2 members of 5. We 5, so only 2 of us was able to make it. Never know, but next time you see us, we might be like 10, 15, might be the new woo, but, check us out. Check our posts. We got crazy stuff. We love to comment. Thank you guys for having us on your show. We appreciate it. Any promos. So, we'd love to have you guys on our show too. So thank you.
We just need to coordinate with all 5 of you guys,
Oh yeah. That's the hard part.
You can check me out on Loso Sierra on Facebook. Also, like he said, we do interact on the page on These Ninjaz Podcast with the fans. So, y'all talk shit, we talk shit. It's all for fun. we listen to the comments, the views and the expressions everybody has. So we do take in consideration on what we get told. We need to clean some stuff up or whatever. So
I mean, I just still want the only question I still have is why Joey PC hates J. Cole so much still to this day. He likes.
I know it's crazy.
He likes garbage.
From North Carolina, now I was out there for like 10 years. So.
Likes garbage ass Jay-Z, but don't like J. Cole.
This one of them arguments is just never going to end, is it?
It's never.
No.
Jay-Z's not the GOAT.
That's another debate. We're gonna be arguing over here.
That's great. All right. Well, that being said, Roger, anything y'all want to? Oh, go ahead, Loso. I'm sorry.
No, I was about to say, man, we do appreciate you guys letting us in. Coming in and doing the radio with you guys. It was fun. Shout out to Smoke One. He's another ninja. Double Barrel. He's another ninja. He like Iverson. He don't believe in practices or meetings. He just come up, shows up, does his thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody enjoys it. And shout out to Charlie Banks. That's the other ninja. So can't leave the ninjas out.
So you guys like a clan or are you like solo ninjas? Like,
nah, we just These Ninjas, but we keep it professional. These Ninjas.
Yeah, we These Ninjas.
Keeping it professional.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of behind the scenes.
That's a polite, politically correct way to say it. These Ninjas.
Right.
I'm known
that
as
was
Joe Budden.
Joey political correct? If you Joe Budden, you garbage then.
Hey,
they call me
correct.
Joe
That's
Budden at other group because I be on their ass.
Who's that?
Pause.
Oh, hold on.
Right there.
Oh, damn! I just realized we didn't even get into battle rapping on that tonight. So
that's a whole nother. That's a whole nother
episode, right? Yeah.
Joey, you had mentioned earlier. Yeah, Joey, you had mentioned earlier something about Slaughterhouse and the current drama that's going on. Man, I've been on that. I'm looking forward to Crook and Joel. Their Rise and Fall of Slaughterhouse album comes out.
Their diss album.
Yeah,
the whole album's gonna be a diss album.
Yeah, it's gonna be a diss album.
It's a whole diss album,
bro. I just watched a video on YouTube. It was Royce,
Ryan,
Royce Budden, and I want to say
Joel.
It was Joel.
Yeah, we watched that. It was like a whole hour and a half. I watched the whole thing. I know what you're talking about.
I haven't seen
some grown-up words that got said. Some grown-up fighting words.
Yeah. But, okay, so my question real quick is, do you think that Crooked and Joel are justified in putting this album out after Budden officially said, I'm retired from the rap game, and Royce said, I don't want to do a 3-man group. I don't want to do Slaughterhouse without Budden, and even tweeted out that the group was done. What do you think?
It depends, because nobody wants to. There's no agreement in what really happened. Every time, if you saw in the interview when they told Joel, all right, so when did I ever say no to the contract? What contract? Right? And if nobody, two stories. Joel had his story, and then the other side was the other two, Joe and Royce. So they kept saying they never disagreed. In front of the world, to the fans and everything, you're 100% correct in what you said. That is what we see. But supposedly, Royce and Joe are saying that behind the scenes, Joe only said that he did not want to do anything with Eminem and Rosenberg. What is it?
Yeah,
his manager, right? So
he
don't want to do
Paul
nothing.
And
yeah, he don't want to do nothing with them at all. So now that they were separated and they were good to go on their own, he's, according to Royce and Joe, they were discussed. Joe had issues on the contract stuff that was there. If you have an issue, say something, right? And then they said that was the last time they heard about anything. Joel is saying that's not true. They're saying that they said no. And then they were saying well, when did you say that? When did I say no? When did I turn it down? What contract? because there was nothing written sent to me. So that's the thing. We don't know. If it is something written, then yeah, they're lying. We just don't know. Their stories are contradicting. But it's crazy that they had to air it out on social media like that, because that was a crazy group to be doing that. Like, you know, they look like brothers, but they ended up in a bad way.
Yeah. Have you heard the 2 songs that Crooked and Joel put out so far? The motherfuckers are fire.
Yeah. They is. And you know what's the crazy part of all, based off of the interview, that 1 hour and a half interview and the 2 tracks, I feel like it's a lot of pointing back to Crooked. All 3 men kept saying, but Crooked, but Crooked, but Crooked, but Crooked. So,
I mean, he living to his name, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he has to say his side. Maybe he doesn't have to. I mean, he doesn't have to, but until we hear his side of the story, like, all roads lead to Crooked.
We'll hear his side of the story on the album.
Yeah.
Right.
With that being said, check out movementradio.us. That is your one-stop shop for all things Movement Radio.
Shout out to our sponsors real quick: Sean Thompson at Thompson Personal Training, Jerry and Jennifer at the Chronic Conversations Podcast, Andrew and Sean at the Warrior Workout Network, twitch.tv/UnleashDemon for Ivan Montanez, and Should I Watch That with Sean Miller. 20,000 downloads. You know, again, we thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for tuning into this. Anything you want to say before we bounce out here tonight, Raj?
No, I mean, just thank you guys for being able to make this episode with us. Obviously, I know a lot of things been going on back and forth, so just have a moment to do this. It was fun.
Absolutely.
Learned a lot.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah,
had some fun.
definitely need to do it again.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, most definitely.
It was very, very fun, very, very entertaining, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Loso, Joey, thank you guys for being here with us tonight. To everybody watching, thank you guys for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. And we'll see you guys next time on another episode. Chip, let's hit them with the outro.
Please do not leave without leaving a like, comment, share, and subscribe on your favorite podcasting platform.
Join us on all of our social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Check out the YouTube channel and subscribe. Click that bell to get notified of our latest videos, and check out movementradio.us.
I am Chip Hazard.
I am Talon Williams.
I'm Roger Sierra.
And this is Movement Radio.
God's plan.